You're listening to the very 72nd episode of the Celtic Crack podcast. There we are.
Yeah, I was waiting to see what Mikey was going to say. We're back, lads. How's everyone?
Welcome.
Good.
I feel like I forgot how to do a podcast. Does anyone want to just take over from here?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Graham.
I forget. Yeah, we're going to talk about conspiracy theories tonight. We've been asked loads of times, and the last time Graham was on, we said we'd get him back to do.
Oh yeah,
because
I
Graham,
like my conspiracy.
he's a fan of doing conspiracy theories.
And he's Ireland's top conspiracy theorist publisher.
Yes.
Yeah, we won't give
Coming
out
for
the
you,
username.
Ellen. I'm coming for you.
He said he cites on Ellen DeGeneres tonight. Anyway, that's a fucked up conspiracy theory, man. The one you were just showing us there.
That is one of the maddest I've heard.
So I'll just go through that there briefly.
Yeah.
So apparently years ago, Hillary Clinton is accused of murdering a 10-year-old little girl.
Yeah.
She tied her to a tree, cut her face up.
Broke her right arm.
Broke her right arm.
Her right arm apparently was strapped up or something.
Yeah. And like cut her fucking insides out basically and all that kind of shit. Tied it to a tree. And this was supposed to have been all on video, like, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like, the people who witnessed it are dead. The guys that are investigating are cops over in America. 7 of them committed suicide.
Yeah, 9 of them.
Allegedly.
Yeah. 9 out of it said 9 out of the 12 police officers who were investigating it committed suicide. That's a funny one as well. Like, that's a very common theme. Like they have a term for it now. They say they were suicided. Like when they kill them and say it was suicide. Like Epstein. Do you know what
like
Epstein committed suicide?
As that sounds like, and I was like, nah, there's no way none of this stuff is true. Because like I'm not saying like I'm fucking. I don't believe in 5G and stuff like that. Like, but I mean, this stuff is too out there not to be real. Like, I mean, I didn't believe it till I seen the Ellen DeGeneres post, like, of her cutting her mother's hair with the picture in the background, and you're like, what the fuck is that in the background? That this isn't. Yeah.
So that's like,
you know what I mean?
For anyone watching it on YouTube, like, can you put that up there, Mikey? Ellen DeGeneres posted this fucking video on her own Instagram. It was a video of her cutting her mother's hair, and in the background there's a massive picture on the wall. Looks like it looks like it was drawn by a child or something, and it just depicts like a little girl tied up.
Right arm.
Her whole face is bleeding. Her insides are all like cut out, and her fucking arm is tied. Her right arm is tied, exactly like the story about Hillary Clinton, and it has like the scales of justice drawn up in the top right corner, and then it says RIPQ at the bottom. Yeah. So like anyone can go onto Ellen's fucking
Instagram page.
Go onto her official Instagram page and scroll back to it.
Scroll through the comments, man, on her Instagram page. Like if you scroll past like all the celebrities that are coming down and see what people are saying, like it's not just the three of us thinking, like, you know what I mean? It's
fucking crazy,
everyone
isn't it?
that sees it, like, it's
and
mad.
then at the bottom of the picture it says RIPQ, which apparently is aimed at Donald Trump somehow. Just fucking weird.
Allegedly, no.
Allegedly, yeah.
Oh, Ellen, we know. We're on to you. But even or like it's like even if you didn't hear that story and whatever, like to see this and then see that picture in the background, like, what is that like?
That is weird. Like Ellen has this framed on her wall,
like even in the second like part of the video kind of zooms into it so you can make sure you see it. Like, so it's like they want people to see what's on that picture. Like, you know what I mean? You know,
that's a common thing as well with all these conspiracy theories, like that they taunt you with a lot of shit. Like it looks like they are
saying, right, the red face, right? You have like Tom Hanks, and there's a picture of
just come closer to the mic there, man.
You know the ball with Tom Hanks from his movie Castaway with that red face.
Oh yeah.
There's a picture of Jay-Z somewhere with it on his jumper with that red face, and they're saying like this is kind of the elites kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, the blood sacrifice seems to be a big thing with them. It's
like the Freemasons had the pyramid with the eye. So.
That's what it's like, but it's just. And then I was reading this thing. Justin Bieber came out and said a couple of weeks ago, like, because he's gone to the Church of God now apparently, and he was saying like that. They wanted him to fuck up his life with drinking drugs and do everything they said. And when he said no, he said he witnessed loads of crazy stuff like sacrifices and fucking mad shit. Like he came out and said this himself. Like,
did you see his last video? Yummy.
What they're saying?
It's a fucking strange video,
he
man.
was saying that's what he's aiming at. That's what his life was like.
It was like
that. It's like they're in like this big fucking. It's like a ballroom or something. They're all sitting around at dining tables, and it's all like old rich white men in suits and all at the tables, and all the young people are kind of dancing from and shit.
That's
and there's all like pictures of. He was posting pictures of babies then the whole time on his Instagram and saying cute or something like that.
That's what it is.
People are like,
that's what I'm saying.
why is he posting random pictures of babies?
Would you say that's why they want to get him on drinking drugs? Because when they do come out and say this shit, then people just say,
he was drinking.
That's the drugs.
Yeah.
So listen, Macaulay Culkin's the same. Oh, sure, he's wrecked. He's fucked from drinking drugs. But he came out and said it as well. That he was abused. He was in Hollywood. Same with that Corey Feldman. I know he seems a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Is he crazy or is he telling the truth?
Is he? Yeah, but why?
Charlie Sheen allegedly raped him.
Yeah.
But like, that's not surprising, like, because that guy looks like he would fucking do something to anything. Like, you know what I mean? I'm laughing at rape itself. Like, with Charlie Sheen, like,
he'd rape me, and I'm not even good looking.
You're not even good looking. No, but like, I think it's just
fine thing, cheeky,
this Hollywood thing. And what I find a bit strange, like, let's go to Jeffrey Epstein, even, like, right? Not one celebrity has said anything about Jeffrey Epstein, like, scumbag. Why, you know, he got what he deserved because he is a scumbag, and he did get what he deserved. Suicide again, allegedly. Which, you know, but like not one of the people that ran his flights, Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
you know,
Bill Clinton didn't know him at all, sure.
Yeah, no, and fucking Prince Andrew doesn't even sweat, apparently, the only man on the planet. None of them ever said anything about, like, you know, Epstein, you know, scumbag, you know, rotten head, or whatever. Like, you know, no one even said anything about Epstein, like, nobody, like.
Yeah, because they all have dirty laundry. They
they're all
because he had these little black book, didn't he, with everyone's names on it.
Island, like,
yeah.
I mean,
but that was the fuck. That's what I was saying, man, about a lot of these conspiracy theories. Like, it's usually the ones that when you hear them first, you're like, that's a bit too fucking mental now. They're going a bit too far, you know, with these theories. Like, then they turn out to be true.
Man,
like,
I was
Alex Jones was talking about that. The elites, they have a pedo island and they're flying kids in, and we were like, all right, Alex, fucking relax, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing is true, like.
Well, like how many of them were over there? Like, apparently there was a load of them over there. Like, like I fully believe Tom Hanks is in on it, man. Like, I
just don't like the look of him.
He's turned off all his comments on Instagram because people are commenting on his pictures calling him fucking pedo. He moved to Greece all of a sudden. Got citizenship in Greece. Like, I find it all very.
And what's the story with Greece? Is it not like pedophilia is not really punished as strict over there or something?
It's not like it's looked at as a sickness,
psychological issue, and not a criminal issue.
So Tom would be over there and pedo around the village, like, you know what I mean? Not a bother with him, like.
And if he gets caught, then he'd be sent to a holiday camp instead of prison, kind of thing.
But they won't even go to prison, like, that's the thing, like, you know, like what?
He'll get a job in a crash.
Oh my God,
Jesus.
These elites, like, are just.
Did you see there last week? Shit, like. Prince Philip and the Queen. It's alleged that when Britain was colonising Africa, they were taking
children. Yeah, 100%. That's been going on for years.
And someone said that it was fact checked by somebody who was probably working for them and all that. But he said what I have said is true. They were doing it. So I didn't read into it because I kind of don't.
I believe it.
It keeps coming up, like
Prince Andrew. All of a sudden, like. Did you see his interview where he was questioned about the whole Epstein thing? Like, it was the most lot of bollocks I've seen in my life. Well, actually, that couldn't be me because I don't sweat. Who the fuck?
That's what he said.
Like, yeah, man. He said he doesn't sweat. And there's a picture of him then with a lot of sweaty patches.
He said he was in Pizza Hut at a party.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck was
but
that?
apparently they use all these code words. Like, John Legend's wife, Chrissy Teigen, like, she deleted like 30,000 tweets, man. I can get them up here. You can probably Google them down. Get up Chrissy Teigen's tweets. Like, where she was saying, like, I love pizzas. I love the taste of babies and all this weird shit.
Here. And that was another one. Like, Pizzagate was another big one. Do you remember that?
But that's what I'm saying. They all use these fucking these code words, like.
Yeah, and
pizza,
they had
hot dogs. Like, if you get up Chrissy Teigen, look there. Look. I have blockchained over 1 million people.
Just ignore them. These are just all random tweets, are they?
Yeah, she deleted like 30,000 tweets of like what she was saying about pizza and fucking.
Yeah, I don't know what that like fucking. Wasn't there an actual pizza place though where they had like they were operating a paedophile ring in the basement of it or some shit like that? Like that was the thing that Alex Jones was talking about that before that story broke, and then when it broke, it was all like hush hush. There wasn't too much said about it anymore.
They were all using like these quote was like hot dogs, pizza, and fucking it's really strange. Like, there's just been really strange stuff.
It seems to be it seems to be a common thing though, doesn't it? The paedophile shit. Like,
also there's this American company, they're like a furniture company, I can't remember the name of them now, like, but apparently they deliver like kids like in furniture, like 30,000 for this thing.
Kids are us.
It's mad, like, it's like I can't remember the name of them, like, but Mayweather, I think, or Mayweather or something like that, or is the name of this company, and apparently like they've been under they've been under this conspiracy thing, like that they've been fucking
delivering kids.
Like you buy a wardrobe for like 15 grand, like
yeah.
But that's not a wardrobe, like
there's a fucking child in the wardrobe or something.
It's fucking. No, look, I'm not saying I believe Alice, because obviously that's just mad shit. Like, 'cause a lot of
that's it.
A lot of it's absolutely mental.
You want to stay off that angel dust.
It is, man. But that's
I'm back.
That's what's been happening to me though for years. Like when I've been looking into conspiracy theories, I always found them entertaining. Some of them are hilarious.
Yeah.
Some of them are a bit fucking.
Some of them are ridiculous.
They're nearly frightening you.
Like,
You know?
my sister over this and Siobhan the boxer, and like my brother-in-law, they all be killing me. Like, will you shut up with your bloody conspiracy? You know, go in.
You don't understand you shit.
I'm like, shut up, like, you know, like, there you go. Look, wait for your conspiracy. That's it. Like, look, wait for human trafficking claims.
But see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, over the years, the ones that you look at like that, now you go, that's a bit too fucking far-fetched. It's usually them ones that turn out to be true.
Apparently, Ellen has something got to do with Wayfair.
Yeah,
so,
she probably.
But like, even recently, all the movies you see, it's all Eastern Europeans that do the human trafficking and all that. You find all that a bit suspicious when they're doing it here.
Have you seen the amount of
West?
people that are getting caught now since Donald Trump came into presidency? Now, I know I'm not a fucking pro-Trump, so for anyone it's like, oh, fuck him, and I thought I'm not a pro-Trump guy, but apparently since he's come into office, there's been way more paedophile rings caught in America than the history of it. Like, just the other day, there was like 40 kids saved in some place in America. You know, that he's cracking down on, like, I mean, he has people cracking down on, which is good, like.
Yeah,
like, apparently there's thousands of kids going missing every day in America.
It could be a deflection then as well.
Of what? What to deflect? What? Wait, if you're deflecting
because
something, anyway, I don't want to know what it is.
Look, it's come out about him now that why he put off, what's her name?
His missus?
No, yeah, Epstein's missus. What's her name?
Oh, fuck.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell, he put her case off for another year until he gets elected for the second term.
He's probably in it as well, like. He's an elite, like. I'm not saying he's not.
Like, he's a billionaire.
Listen, man, all these elite guys, like, and girls, like, live at different fucking society to us, like, 100%.
They can have what they want, and then they can
look at the government in Ireland, man. They're the most corrupt bastards in the world, man. Look at what they're doing to the country. No, we should really just stand up and go up and take them out of office, like, realistically. I'm waiting for someone to say, right, we're going up there, marching, rioting.
You say it.
Do you know?
Customs house. Half two.
That's what's wrong.
2nd of September. You heard
that's
it
what's wrong, man.
Everyone's
waiting for someone to say it.
I 100%. Let's go. And then, like, what I'm big on, like, is the fucking pedos and the rapists and all that. But now, like, Australia passed a law today. I don't know if any of you seen it. Like, I'll get up in a second. Like, they passed a law today that if you're sexually assaulted or raped or anything and you talk about it, you could go to jail, like. So they're like letting these rapists and pedophiles away with doing what they're doing.
No, fuck that's hard.
It was in Victoria.
You're taking that out of context, man.
Watch, go to Victoria.
That's a fucking mental law.
Australia and Victoria. There you go. A person who engaged in sexual intercourse with another person without consent of another person is reckless about another person consent sexual intercourse guilty of eviction. I share it. 1 second now.
That's just
that's what they get.
No, 1 second.
Where are you
maybe if you put in a new law.
There we go. Daily Mail, major victory for pedophiles.
The Daily Mail. Oh, see, there's where I have to
fake news, is it?
Yeah.
They're all fake news.
That Daily Mail, man, you wouldn't believe that, yeah?
No, but what is it? What does it say? Or how do you have to just make it up?
Major victory for pedophiles as baffling laws passed that could see rape and sexual assault victims.
So CNN, sexual assault victims who publicly discuss their experiences using their real names could face up to 4 months in prison.
So sorry.
Under a new law passed in the Australian state of Victoria, sparking outrage among campaigners. A fine or maximum prison sentence of 4 months is stipulated.
So you're telling me that if someone if a woman or a child is abused or sexually assaulted and they talk about it, they go to jail. So, like, this is happening in Australia. It's only a matter of time for it comes on the world, like, you know what I mean?
That's a fucking mad law.
So, like, how is that allowed? Like, what I'm saying is, like, so while we're all worried about coronavirus and everything that's going on, this shit is happening, like.
Did you see as well in Australia just recently, I don't know if it's fucking real or what, it's the thing now, you can't trust anything either, but it was a clip from the news in Australia where they're announcing that they've brought out all these new cameras that can track people. And they were saying that, like, it's for COVID now, like, so you can track and trace and make sure that it's keeping people, it'll help businesses to keep operating safely and all this. They're saying they're bringing in these mad fucking, they use artificial intelligence and shit, like this shit you hear about in China, where they can track you, like, they'll recognize you. You could be walking down O'Connell Street and they can actually, facial recognition, all that. And they'd be like, oh, there's Graham there. He's going in here. He's with this person. Like, and this is now because of COVID, like, they're bringing this stuff in.
So they have that in London all the time.
They have in England.
Yeah. Facial recognition and all that. Yeah?
Yeah,
links
they
you,
do.
links you up to your
terrorists.
social
Yeah.
media and everything. Link your
Like,
face.
Jesus,
but like,
man.
see this here, like I can go on this camera. I know it's gonna be on YouTube and all that, but if they try and pass this and these pedophiles try and go to march, like I'll be forced there to boot the bollocks out of any pedophile I see. Like, and that's a fact.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing worse to me in my eyes. There's nothing worse in this world than pedophiles or rapists. Or
I'd
sexual
agree,
assault.
man.
I don't give a fuck
100%.
what you do.
See,
Breaking law, that's
100%.
fine. Like, but pedophiles and rape women, all that's the
Yeah.
lowest
You
of the
see
low.
what happened with the Me Too campaign? People started to get empowered and start talking out about their experiences. So everyone, that's the hot topic. Everyone's talking now, coming out. I was sexually assaulted. I'm saying,
Yeah, I think they do a lot of that on
Groups, all
purpose
that.
as well,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
that when it comes to a certain point in where they're kind of like, this is all getting a bit ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
It's the
can't
same.
gag 'em, man.
Do you see this shit though
And I
with
don't mean that.
no, but I'm saying whenever there's a big story,
Oh,
they
think
start
like that.
flooding it with loads of more mad stories.
Yeah.
So it just causes confusion. You're just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Do you see, like you were just talking now, that story about Ellen, and now there's a story out that Ellen DeGeneres is a CIA agent. Do you see that?
Yeah,
you have it there,
trying to
Mikey,
make
don't
you
you?
think it's all lies. Like,
She's
Yeah,
a
that's what I
CIA,
mean.
all right. Cunt in action.
They
Yeah,
just flood the internet with all these
Well,
mad
like,
stories. So you just go,
yeah.
oh, now they're saying she's a
trying to
CIA
take
agent.
You're trying
Do
to
you know?
confuse off what's actually going on. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Apparently, it came out like that she's an absolute bitch to work
Yeah.
for. Like,
Yeah.
She's
Everyone
not
is-
so generous
yeah.
after all.
that she's apparently a fucking bitch. Like, yeah. Put up.
Fuck's sake.
Well, like I'm just saying, like if you don't roll off, like all this stuff that's coming out, like okay, like celebrities and might be lies, right? Whatever. But like then behind it all, like they're passing laws like that in Australia, where if
Yeah.
you're raped, you're sexually assaulted, and you talk about it, you go to jail. Like that's one of the most fucked
Like
up things
here
I've
in
ever heard.
Ireland,
Like.
That
during
is
allegedly
seriously-
the worst thing to happen in Ireland since the famine. They pass a law to help the vulture funds evict people from their homes.
I know.
John,
Yeah.
like you think that'd be the last thing on their mind and trying to
Mm.
keep
But see what
people
you think that
safe.
is like, because they're trying to fucking. I'm telling you,
They're
man.
changing everything in front of you. Do you
Yeah,
see
they're
there
def-
6
they're
months
definitely
ago?
letting it
used.
happen. We shouldn't be letting it
6
happen.
months
Yeah.
ago, we didn't need them. We didn't need Fianna Gael or Fianna Fáil.
Mm.
Now everyone needs them.
Yeah.
You know, and they're feeding off
They
it, and
definitely
love
use
that.
these kind of things to their
Of
advantage.
course,
like,
yeah.
100%. 100%.
They're-
They're talking about another that gobshite with the glasses. What's his name? All day. What's
Oh,
his
the
name?
new health
He's
minister.
talking about another lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When debt rate is as
But
low as
someone
as it was.
questioned the other day, they're like, how can you talk about another lockdown? He said, people's mental health and
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
And he was
Simon
just like,
Donoghue.
yeah. Who was that?
Simon Donoghue.
It's the guy
Simon
who said
Donoghue.
it, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, do you know, so like...
No.
Yeah. I
how-
don't thi- I
why
don't
do we
think
need
that'll
another
go well.
lockdown? Like,
It's
look,
not.
I'm not saying COVID is fake and I'm not saying anything like that. I do think
Mm.
that it's exaggerated a lot. I'm
Yeah.
not saying one thing. I'm not saying it's fake. I know people that have gotten sick from it, and my heart goes out to anyone who lost
Yeah.
family from it, of course, 100%. But like, I don't think it's massively that we need another lockdown. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Even
They're
that it's-
definitely.
like, there's not one death in a couple of months. I mean, no, I don't think in Ireland. A couple of weeks anyway in Ireland. Like,
Yeah.
so there's
But
people
that's
with
it. Like
cases,
but they're blowing it way out of proportion.
I think
and
we're
they're
going to
using
have
it
to
to their
learn to live with
advantage.
it. I think.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
see,
Like, I'm not a doctor.
How
like.
you know they're manipulating the situation is how they went from protecting the vulnerable and the elderly to the kids now.
Yeah.
When you see next week when all the kids
Man.
back at school, there's going to be fights outside schools. It's going to be epic. Kids are going to go home and say, he touched off me in school. Mothers are going to be going to school, your kid touched off my kid.
I want to know.
Shouting-
My
Keep
kid's
your
always fighting in school,
COVID,
so
keep
it's
your
fine, I just let 'em out.
coronavirus bastard away from my child. You know what I
Everyone's
mean?
shouting at each other from 2 meters away.
That's why I don't go to the school. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's all they're
But yeah,
doing.
like that, man, the whole thing is so fucking confusing. It doesn't make any sense
very
anymore.
good. Like I
It's
said,
like
my
at the
heart goes out
start.
to 'em, like.
Do you not remember at the start? Like it was kids were the problem.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Everyone
I
was
up there just
told.
before it started? Didn't I do that subject like a few weeks before it
Yeah,
started?
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
Because the fight was still going ahead now, and then like
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Everything was
boom,
boom.
everything's
Yeah.
crashed.
Yeah.
You know?
But the way they started it off was like the children are the biggest problem because
Yeah.
they can carry it and
Oh,
they won't
yeah,
even
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going to be the carriers. So you had grandchildren and or grandparents and mothers and fathers and all that seeing their kids around the country because they're so fucking terrified that the child could carry it. No, we won't even know. Now all of a sudden, it's after easing off. But we all need to wear masks now all of a sudden, except for
Even though
children.
they said,
Children don't have
even
to wear
though they
masks
said
then, even though they're the ones
masks
that
don't work.
that would kill us
Remember when
all.
they said masks don't work?
Yeah,
masks
loads
are
of people said
pointless.
that.
But remember they came out and said it.
There
Who
was-
came out and said it?
yeah,
Masks are pointless.
There was a stage, man, experts were coming out saying like it's completely pointless wearing masks. They will not stop this virus, and all you're doing is buying up all the surgical masks, and our surgeons and our doctors need those, and they can't get them now because you're all
But
buying
now
them.
they
Will you
have
stop buying them?
stockpiles. Now they have stockpiles of them ordered in, which
From
the
China.
government probably owned. You know,
Came from
Listen,
China.
lads,
China.
The greatest line of history that was.
Yeah.
We're
Came
part
from
of a
China.
sociological experiment, man, and they're seeing how far they can push.
That's what it
push
feels
the
like.
people.
I feel
I've said that from the
Yeah.
start, man. I feel like
Because
I'm
we're
a
in the
part of the
Matrix.
fucking, yeah.
My missus kills me, right? So like if I'm like say weekends, like obviously 'cause I work during the day and I'm training twice a day, so I go to bed early the weekdays. Like so the weekends I take off and I chill out and I watch the TV at night. So at night I'm like I'm staying home watching Joe Rogan.
Straight down a rabbit hole.
12, 1 o'clock at night and I'm down watching like have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Like I was lasting that like
Yeah.
absolute weeks. Like if I said to you, Russell, like the Monopoly man, like do you remember him with the monocle or without the monocle? The thing on his eye.
Notice.
What about you?
With it.
Yeah, he never had it.
He never had it?
No, I remember him with it as well.
What?
Yeah, man.
Who was that? There's a little peanut fella, is it?
And you know the monkey Curious George?
Oh, barely, yeah.
Do you
No, the
remember him?
Monopoly man just had a top hat on.
I remember him with a monocle
The
anyway.
peanut thing was from
No,
something
the
else.
peanut,
The
Monopoly
peanut
man.
had the
The,
yeah.
peanut had the monocle, no?
Yeah, but what was
Oh,
the
I know
peanut
that,
from?
yeah. But I was saying, was it the peanut man who had the little thing in his eye?
Do you know who the Monopoly
with
man
him.
looked like? He looked like that Go Compare fella, but just with
He
a...
had a little grey tash-shirt twirled up, no?
and the monocle. Well, I thought he had a monocle, but apparently he never had one.
I thought he did know as well, but
Yeah.
probably
Like the
just because you said
Mandela, but that's what I'm saying. Like I just get lost in these fucking things. Right?
it.
So there you go. Look.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
No
yeah.
monocle.
Yeah.
He was on the last one there, look.
Oh, he does that
That's
one.
the Mandela effect. That's the Mandela
Photoshop.
effect.
Yeah, look.
Where they're saying he never had one, but what they're saying then is that some of us remember a different
Yeah.
yeah.
past. Like.
It's like if you put
Always,
two
yeah.
kids, like two brothers in the same environment, and two of them will have two different stories.
Like I always remember Curious George with a tail, and my kids watched him on TV and all. Like, but apparently he's never even had a fucking tail. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like scratching my head, going, "Nah, I remember that motherfucker swinging on the trees with a tail and in the
Yeah.
shows." Like, you know,
A monkey with no fucking
So if
tail.
you just type in the Mandela effect, man, like all the
that's-
stuff will come up.
That's no
Yeah, but
logical.
that's-
Look,
Um,
no tail.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. That's weird.
If you type in the Mandela effect, right, it comes up that apparently even people remember Nelson Mandela dying in the 90s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But he didn't die in the
Yeah.
90s. He died in.
Yeah, no, you can't really fucking depend on your memory like most of the time.
But then
That's
there's
why.
40 Mandela effect examples. Like there's the Star Wars one where I thought he said, "Luke, I am your father," but really he says, "I am your father." That I look like it's fucking some mad shit. What comes up here on this? It's crazy stuff. There's the monkey.
So yeah, he had no tail. Yeah, fucking but that's why they say like that, like in a court case, that eyewitnesses are the least reliable source, like, you know,
Yeah.
of fucking
Your brain.
Another one.
evidence. Like, what's this like?
Yeah, I remember it being
Tunes.
spelled Looney Tunes, but apparently it's spelled Looney Tunes. Tunes.
Looney Tunes. It was always Looney Tunes.
What?
I remember it being spelled Looney Tunes, yeah.
Ah, fuck off!
But it's been spelled Looney Tunes all along. I never.
It was called Looney Tunes.
Yeah, same to
Tunes.
Flintstones. How would you
Tunes.
spell the Flintstones?
Flintstones.
Yeah, how would you spell it?
Flintstones.
Yeah.
STONES.
Yeah, that's not how it's spelled. It comes down here.
Ah, fuck off,
I'm telling
man.
you.
Flintstones is not spelled like that.
No, there's two T's or something. Like.
Flintstones.
Yeah,
Oh my
no, that
God.
now has
Sex
me-
in the City was Sex
Yeah.
and the City.
Yeah, I told you. See,
No, that one.
this is the
Sex-
Mandela
Russell
effect.
knows about that one. No, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the rabbit hole, lad. You don't know conspiracies.
Febreze. I don't know, man. They're just changing these things. Like, these gotta be Photoshop. Oscar Mayer.
We know.
That's an American. The
Yeah.
Skechers.
Skechers.
I never really was too pushing the Skechers, but I would have remembered it with a T, maybe.
Has no T.
Fruit Loops.
Is
What?
this just a lot of
That's
people
not
with
right,
fucking
lads, is it?
dyslexia, man? Fuck
No,
off.
man. And the Pikachu one, that was mad, 'cause I always remember him with the black on his tail.
And he doesn't.
No. But in reality, it's just yellow.
Kit Kat. The hyphen in Kit Kat. So there was no hyphen in Kit Kat.
No, there was.
No, there wasn't. That's the thing. Do you remember there was?
Yeah, it's
No,
the
what
one
they're
on
saying
the
is, like,
left.
some of us remember a different thing, which is strange. Like,
And
No, I remember
Fruit
you
of
used
the
to be
Loom.
sound, but you're not.
no, I was a wanker, not the lies. It's okay. I've come to terms with that over the
Oh,
last
that's
4 years.
okay, as
Russell.
long as you
I'm
accept
fine.
it.
I'm fine with that.
What about the Mona Lisa?
What's
now?
this? Mona Lisa
This
smile.
is
lot
all
of
about
theories.
perceptions as well and psychological shit.
It's a
I'd
bloody
say, yeah.
yeah.
It just goes to show you the way you can remember something wrong. Like,
Yeah,
and
what they're
fucking.
saying is like that some of us are from a different universe. That's what they're saying. Like that's what this Mandela effect is. That some of us remember a different universe than others.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
like that's madness. Like I don't ever remember him having a silver leg. Like
C-3PO has a silver leg.
Yeah.
So he's the gold fella from Star
Star
Wars.
He's the
Wars,
gay
I
robot
can't
from
remember.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Is he? Yeah. I've never seen any of them. Star Wars.
but you're missing out.
I just never got
No,
into
he
it.
got-
Look. So I remember
So-
spelled like you spelled it, F-L-I-N-S-T-S, but it's
Flint.
Flint. It's spelled Flintstones.
Yeah, Flint.
Oh yeah, that's how I thought it was.
'Cause
Flintstones.
Flint
Yeah.
is a stone.
Yeah.
But I never remember spelled like that.
So
So I'm
people,
probably from
a lot,
different
yeah,
people.
a
but
lot of
see,
people thought it was
That's
Flintstones.
a Western thing. Flintstones. Is that where you
Flintstones.
originally from?
No,
The Western-
Yeah, prospect. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Look, there we go. There's one.
Life
Right.
is like a box of
Yeah,
chocolates.
apparently he didn't say. He said life was like a box of chocolates.
What? So
Well,
if you
thought
listen
said
close,
life
he says
like,
life
he
was
never
like.
said is.
So he said
life was like a box of chocolates.
was like a box of chocolates. For fuck's sake.
But some of these might be. I don't know. Like we can check it out. Like, but
Yeah.
another one.
Can't.
It just goes to show you though, like it's just an example of like how you can hear something and you accept it as a fact and like, you know, and then it never was that way at all in the first place.
Yeah.
Like,
Magic mirror on the wall, not mirror on the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
Fuck me.
There was another one, yeah.
what?
Magic
So
mirror
I've been
on the wall.
saying
Snow
that every
White.
morning wrong.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I
Get
get
on
on
there on the wall. Who's the ugliest badass of them all?
So in Snow
Who's
White,
that
she
handsome
never
bastard?
in
She
Snow
said
White
magic
she
mirror,
never
yeah.
said mirror
Magic
mirror on
mirror
the
on the
wall.
wall.
And she never gave consent to let your man kiss her when she was asleep.
Yeah.
Don't forget
See,
about
that's-
that.
And she didn't make that happen herself. Fucking
Yeah,
bitch.
and she didn't have an orgy with the Seven Dwarfs.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, Russell was hoping for that. Like, hopefully now we're going to see some action here.
So
That's
look
the
at his
parody.
nose from it. Look from her sitting on
There's
his
the Star
face.
Wars one then below it.
Sick.
Oh, what?
Luke, I am your
really said
father.
is I am your father.
So honestly, this is one that cut deep. Perhaps the most famous movie line in history wasn't even said. All he really said was, "I am your father." He didn't say Luke.
That's what it says
Yeah.
in this.
Ah man, I remember seeing that clip a million times.
Yeah,
where
but
he's-
I only know it from
Luke.
hearing people reference it in movies or something like
I'm
that.
sure
'cause I
there was a
never
big-
watched the Star Wars.
I was sure there was a big Luke and then a big pause.
I don't know.
I am your father.
What about?
But apparently he never even said that.
What's that one?
This is
Hello,
from
Clarice.
the Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
We don't know what's scarier, the fact that we remember Hannibal Lecter saying hello Clarice, or the reality that all he said was good morning. Fuck
No, he
off.
said hello, Clarice.
He used to say that loads of times. So this is played into the mic there. This is the Star Wars clip.
Don't make me destroy you. You have yet realized
Ah, you bastard.
your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we
Fuck, how long is this?
destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough.
That's all. That was it there.
He told me to kill. No, Luke. I am your father.
He just said
No,
Luke.
Luke, I am your father. So he does say it, yeah. He just doesn't
Yeah.
say Luke, I am your father. He says, no, Luke, I am your father. Yeah,
Ah,
so.
for fuck's sake.
People trying to confuse
But I
us.
still remember it completely different than that though.
Yeah, same,
even though I've
so do
never
I.
really seen it.
So
But
do I.
Stop. What the fuck? You never
What?
said of the world at the end of We Are the Champions,
See,
Freddie Mercury.
I think he did. Like, I'm not saying all of them are real, but I think he did. But some of them are really baffling, like the Monopoly Man. Like, I couldn't find a box in the shop with the fucking monocle on it. Like, but I don't know. Does he say?
You actually went to the
Freddie-
shop?
100%. 100%. I was laughing, boy, man, because I was like, this fucker has a monocle on his eye, like. I remember playing him years ago with a fucking monocle on his eye, like. You know, whereas now I'm like, fuck you universe.
Graham's above questioning his whole reality. Like, what the
But
fuck?
I was weak.
If this
Why
fella doesn't have a
even- he was
monocle,
inside in the shop then looking at the Monopoly box. Do I even exist?
looking
Am
at
I
your,
here?
looking at your man behind the counter, this whole
film
shop
called
is a
The Mandela
setup.
Effect, right? And like the film is fucking mad, like, so I watched that as well, so that made me way worse, like, you know what I
The
mean?
film called The Mandela Effect.
Yeah, where like this guy is like, where his kid dies and he's going in all this parallel universe, like in
Don't
his head.
ruin it now.
I won't ruin it, but it's a good film, but it's fucking, it's I was like, oh Jesus, why did I watch this film? I should have watched
Fuck,
this
I
film.
can't remember if I've seen that or not.
It's good.
It's probably not even called the Mandela effect.
Ghostbusters.
Fuck's sake.
SpongeBob.
You okay, yeah?
That's a fucked up one,
is
though.
that not called the butterfly effect?
No, that's different.
That's a different
good
one.
as well.
That's a
but that's very,
bonfire,
it's
isn't it?
similar to that. Like with
The butterfly effect is like fucking.
Ashton Kutcher's in that.
Yeah.
Who's a man
but the butterfly
who's
effect
actually
is
trying to break the paedophile things. If you didn't know, him and his wife.
Ashton
coming
Kutcher
out talking about it.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds' wife has been coming out openly speaking about the paedophile, massively, like doing big speeches on how we should save our children and things like that, like, you know. So not change, going off topic, but I just noticed you mentioned his name.
No,
like,
but that's fucking There's
one thing. Let's all lucky we're not like American. You can buy a gun freely in this country. To be
see what happened there yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before? Was it?
Where?
That guy in America just walked down and shot three
Yeah.
people, killed two of them, blew off another fella's arm.
the 17-year-old
Yeah.
To be honest,
And then-
lads, I don't watch the media anymore. I've given up on it.
17-year-old lad with an AR-15, like, just walking around.
Apparently he made some video
mental
before.
over there.
I only seen what was on social media. I didn't look into it, like, but apparently I was too upset the fact that Black Panther passed away.
Oh, fuck it, yeah.
Can't forever and all
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I did see that. All right, that was sad. No,
That was mad, man. He was diagnosed with cancer 4 years ago, and he
and
just
he done all them films.
Yeah.
Dying sick.
and
you
he
know
looked
what
fucking like he looked like he was healthy as fuck, like he was in great shape and the whole lot.
I mean? But I was kind of caught up with that, like, and then when I seen this yesterday, I was like, "Fuck, what the hell happened here?" Like, so apparently he went out and killed two people and shot another person. Like, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit there, man. I've seen videos posted where, like, apparently the guards, the police officers over there, were saying to these. There was a few white lads there with guns, supposedly, to offer assistance.
He walked past the cops, though. This kid walked past the cops with the gun.
Yeah, but like, there's a video there. I didn't click into it, but they were saying, like, the caption was whatever. That the cops were saying to these white lads with guns, like, we're gonna push them down towards you and you can handle them.
Like, that's
so
ridiculous.
it's like they were making out like they gave these
shot
lads.
that innocent black man the other night, like 7 times into the back, and now he's paralyzed. That's ridiculous. How are they getting away with this stuff?
So
like?
that Black
They give
Panther
him an
was
awful
the
limb.
first movie ever made with just all black cast.
It's a brilliant film.
Like,
I think it's one of the best. Now I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah,
I thought he was
good,
brilliant in it.
See, because it
My
was all that.
small fella loves him. Like, I won't be telling him that he's dead for a long time. Like,
fuck.
he'd be devastated. Like.
See, because you had the tokenism, the Vita Russo test around how many is the black guy in the movie just a token black guy, you know what I mean? And then there was a test that you can actually go online and type it in that how many movies don't pass the test. Like, especially this day and age, like when they say, like, we've gone so diverse and all that, it's just like the gay man inside the movie is usually the token gay man.
Yeah, they used to, like, that's why they take the piss out of that in South Park. The black fella's called token, like, because they used to always just have one token black guy in the movies, like, and he used to usually get killed.
They got away with some shit, that South Park road, didn't they? They got away with it.
Like, the Wayans is like that in one of the films. When they
all do. They all
the blacks get separated from the whites. We're going to die.
There's something like no, you.
I'm black here. I'm black here. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's look. I will say one thing, man. Racism is not cool. Like, we live in a fucked up world. With things like that going down, like, you know, with the whole George Floyd thing, with all that stuff, like, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
with
but
so
see,
many
that's
levels,
what
like.
keeps the masses separate, you see.
Well, man,
that's called othering, man. When people are out there and they believe that you're different to me.
Yeah, I do think
so.
They build hate. There's hatred made, like, I know.
There's one thing the government fear is the people coming together.
We should get together.
That's another.
Realistically, we should really get together and go up there and drag them bastards out of the house.
No matter
what. Boot the bollocks out of them on the road and fuck them out of the country.
Like.
Yeah. Didn't Germany, I think Germany done a big protest yesterday.
Yeah.
Where thousands of people protested on the streets yesterday in Germany. Like,
I heard
and they got no media attention.
Yeah.
You know, so you never heard of it. Like, I've seen someone shared it on their page on Facebook like that. That the Germans.
Listen, you're watching people are watching RT News. It's a state-run.
RT, like, they're all in.
RT is a fucking disgrace.
All in CNN, they're all owned by the elite. Like,
remember when
what you want to hear, like,
when the
fucking that negative shit.
All the water protests were going on that time. When they were trying to bring in the charges, like I remember, like, there was a group I was following, and they posted it on Facebook. The group that was organising a massive protest. There was over 100,000 people turned up to this, and they contacted RTE and said, like, we're having a protest. Do you want to cover it? And they were like, we have no cameraman or anything available. They wouldn't even send someone down. And then when they did mention it, they said, like, almost 10,000 people turned up. Like, they downplayed it.
But see, we're going to wake up, like, society.
Yeah, but see, here's the funny thing: if Sinn Féin did get power 6 months ago, they would have been straight out there if there was people protesting against them.
Yeah.
You see, because all the people who run these news outlets, their political views is either Fianna Gael or Fianna Fáil. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're all protecting their own then.
Yeah.
So say if you're running RT and you're director of that, say, whatever, and you're a politician or whatever, and they're not going to send out cameras to blacken his name. They're going to protect them, and that's what it's all about.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what they've been doing.
We need to wake up, man, and just get them all
no,
back.
but
that's it,
the
man.
worst
I
thing
think,
then
like-
is, can I say one more thing? The worst thing is then people on Facebook. There's these news outlets where they're only clickbaits.
Yeah.
They're putting up fucking news reports. Schools closed down due to clusters of COVID-19 in the UK.
I'm going to delete mine.
But people then are panicking and clicking into it, but it's clickbait.
See, man, that's social media all out, man. And that's what it does. It wants to put the fear into your eyes. It wants to put the fear into your mind. And like that's what all this fact checking all like. So who fact checks it?
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg. Someone got to do with them.
Yeah.
Who's building who's saying to give us this thing for the virus, the vaccine? Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
I saw something there recently.
He talked about depopulizing the world years ago, and now he's come out with a vaccine. He can keep his vaccine.
Oh man, go back. Did you go back and watch that TED Talk that he gave where he mentioned that? Because I saw the clip from that TED Talk a few times and I was like, they must have edited that or taken it out of context or something because that sounds mental.
Yeah.
What he actually said was something along the lines of, the world is overpopulated now and in a few years it's going to be like way too high or whatever. So, but if we do a good job with things like healthcare and vaccines, we can bring that number down. Yeah. That's what he said in the talk.
So
like,
really
if we do a good job with vaccines, we can reduce the world's population.
Yeah, which means he's trying to kill us off. Like.
That's a contradiction in itself because if we do good in healthcare and all that, people are going to live longer.
Exactly, but this is what he said. Like,
you know what I will say?
If he does a good job with vaccines, it'll kill off a lot of people. I didn't see any
fucking doctor coming out saying, drink more vitamin C. Get more vitamin D. Eat more healthy food. Go walking. Keep your body and your immune system up high to fight the virus. Not one motherfucker come out and said that. They're all like, stay at home. Fucking cloud yourself in. Get no sun. Get no air. And make your body sick. Make your mind sick. Because that's what happens, boys. That's what happens. Like I'm a fucking product of it myself. Like when I'm out of camp or I'm being lazy, like luckily now I'm back in camp so I'm not lazy, like but like I'm being lazy, I'm sitting in the house and I'm sitting on my ass, I'm eating shit food and I feel like shit.
Of course it is.
Because I'm not going to the gym, I'm not out walking, I'm not eating proper food, I'm fucking watching stupid television, looking at stupid social media, filling my mind with fucking negative shit. And then
it's funny.
Someone put up on social media a while ago, don't know how true it is, that 33 people in Ireland committed suicide last week.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if it's true.
In the last year,
No,
last
week.
In the last week.
No, a week.
Well, whatever it was, anyway.
Because the week my cousin died, there was 5
in
Limerick alone.
That
week. The point they were making was that post you were talking about. The point they were making was that not that many people have died from COVID compared to suicide, but like, they're not making a big deal out of suicide.
That's not thing to say like that COVID isn't killing people because it is. Like, there's people dying and a lot of people have lost their loved ones. And again, like I say, my heart goes out to them, but like
it's blown out of proportion.
Massively.
Like, it's weird. It's like I said,
society
if you just think of anything at all, like that thing that you think of has probably killed more people this year than fucking this virus. Like
you have to realize,
and I know that.
If you like conspiracy theorists, look up neoliberalism, individualism. That's what's happening. Everything is individualism now. Everyone's behind closed doors. They don't want to know what's going on. As long as my family is safe, there's no sense of community, all that. And that's neoliberalism. They want everyone individuality. So, like, think of it. If no one is going out, no one's going to community-based projects, all that. All that then gets cut. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, everyone is being kind of cut off, all right?
Exactly.
Like.
And I'll be in a wheelchair by the time I fight again if this fucking thing doesn't fuck off.
But that's the thing, but that's what they want. Yeah. You know, they've already privatised. Look at
Nobody can beat me.
There's a thing as well on YouTube. It's the fucking the speech that killed John F. Kennedy, it's called, where he goes on.
He was on about that.
He was on about secret societies.
Yeah, secret societies. That's a freaky speech, that
one.
That's
what I'm saying. Like,
did you ever hear that? He was talking about the military-industrial complex in this country, the way it's been run.
There's a documentary called Out of the Shadows where it talks about that. It's really good.
I've heard about that
loads
of times.
It's good, man. I'll send it on to you. I have it there. I think it's actually
on YouTube,
really
isn't it?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half long, but it's really good. But like,
Out of the Shadows.
They get into like how the CIA realistically like fucking use drugs, populated the streets with drugs, brought the drugs fucking in.
Let's face it.
They've done
the
some
lads-
mad shit, man.
the lads-
There was one town there where they doused the water supply with fucking LSD and shit, and then just to see what would happen.
Remember Boys in the Hood?
That's mental.
Boys in the Hood. Remember where my man does a speech, the father does a speech, he's like, why do you think there's a liquor store and a gun shop in every corner in the black neighborhood? But it's the truth, like.
Yeah.
Like
It's
he
the fucking
goes,
truth,
they
like.
don't own any planes.
100%.
They're not bringing it in. But who came up with the chemical element for crack?
I don't know.
Because it wasn't some lad who never
100%.
went to school.
Yeah.
They reckon it was the CIA who
but that's what
invented
this
it.
documentary talks about. Is that is how they flooded America with it, like, and fucking all of a sudden it came out of nowhere, like.
Yeah.
Do you know these drugs just don't fall out of the fucking sky, like. I know that some of them are plants or whatever, like, but they have to, like you said, be fucking concocted, like.
Yeah, same with like the way they went into Afghanistan and all those other places that had those poppy fields, like, and they were fucking like, there was it the Taliban or something at the time were going around like destroying these fields, and the American troops came in and stopped them, like.
Yeah, why do you think that
Yeah,
is?
but see, the thing about it now with synthetic opiates, they don't need them now anymore.
Yeah.
That's why they're not in Afghanistan anymore. See, all that, what's it called?
Bit of a conspiracy theory,
That
Russell.
fentanyl. No, but this is reality. No, the fentanyl. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah, I've
It's
heard of it,
highly dangerous, and that if you take a millimeter over it, you could die. There's people dropping dead in America the whole time from it.
What's that sound?
Helicopter.
Boy.
Helicopter outside?
They're
Oh,
outside.
came
No,
down over
that's
the
you.
river.
No, come in. Look, the guards are going to come through the ceiling in a minute. Wait, you see.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Over the river, is it?
That's a fucking, it's a horrible sound, isn't it?
It's right here, and I think
Everyone does, like.
There's not more to say on that in Limerick. That's the truth, because I know it's a new one, right? So I pray for someone that they're okay.
But I'll get back to what I was saying. That fentanyl, that's man-made.
Yeah,
So you don't need the poppies anymore.
Like that OxyContin and stuff. Is that what it's like?
But
Yeah.
it's all man-made now. You don't need the poppies anymore for it. To where years ago the poppies was big business because you got the morphine from it, you got all the painkillers, the codeine, everything.
All
But
that
now
shit.
they're synthetically making it. They don't need it. Do you know what I mean? They've come up with a chemical element now that matches.
Yeah, they're doing that with everything, man. Most of the food we're eating is the same shit
But
as
the
well.
elite
That's
want
not a
us sick.
conspiracy
They want
theory,
us,
like.
they want us sick. They want us fucking.
They want the whole population on drinking drugs as well.
100%.
Could you imagine if
100%.
Ireland wasn't rampant in problematic drug use, how many people would be out protesting? Like if you look back on Reeling in the Years, man, that's the only thing I'll watch on RT. Do you ever watch it? Back in the
I don't
70s
watch
and
it.
all that. I'm telling you,
I only
go
watch
back.
Netflix, man.
Man.
I don't watch the news or not like that.
Watch Reeling in the Years going up from the 60s and the 70s and all that. And you'll see when there was grievances and jobs and people going out protesting. Where's the unions? Like back in the day, like if you had a problem in work, the whole job walked out with you.
Yeah, it
here
is
now,
like
today
life.
You ask them, like, the boss is giving me shit. Well, man, that's your own problem.
Yeah. Deal with that shit yourself.
Yeah, life is so much fucking. It's just weird these days, man. The amount of bills
fucked
and
up,
everything
man.
that everyone has that didn't
up.
exist back in the day. I was only talking about this recently. Like, you know, our parents wouldn't have had to deal with all the shit that you have to do today. So you do anything to keep your job, kind of shit these days.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
whereas back in the day, you could walk out and go to a different job or this and that. You weren't too worried, like.
And
But now, like, it's
individualism again.
it costs an absolute fortune just to scrape through the week these days.
Yeah.
By the time you've paid your rent or mortgage and your bills and your fucking.
One for all. No, not all for all.
Find the job. Find like that's why I think it's nearly like you gotta go out and find something that you're passionate about, that you can enjoy doing, making money. Like there's no point in you going to a job that you're not going to enjoy, that you're going to hate, that you're only living for a weekend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Find something that you have somebody passionate about that you can enjoy going to. Whereas that way, like, you're not going to have that problem where you're like, oh, the boss is at me, or fucking John is at me over there in the corner. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm going to work tomorrow. You know, where you're not like dreading Mondays. Like every day is the same, man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like it's like you choose to live it what way you want to live it. Like not fucking going into work.
Well,
going,
let's face it,
fucking
though,
hate work,
if
man.
you have a grievance,
that's the way it should be.
you
Like,
should be allowed
oh yeah, 100%.
to voice it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? But that's today. It's just shut up and get on with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even
but come
though
here,
two
obviously.
people did take it too far as well with the unions and all. I've worked on buildings where lads cried like babies, you know what I mean? So I do get
Grab
it.
them motherfuckers in the headlock.
Yeah, fucking, like, since we're talking about conspiracy theories, like, the mother of all conspiracy theories has to be the whole New World Order shit.
Oh, mental.
Like, that's the biggest one
But
of
this
all.
is,
like,
this is all this stuff we've been talking about circles into that. Like,
yeah,
all
but
of it.
like, it's fucking like that
Elon Musk.
that New World Order fucking conspiracy theory has been around for years, like, and all the shit that they're saying
But
that
it's the
they're
elite,
working
man. It's
towards.
all the elite.
Yeah,
That's
but
the-
There's
all,
one little hitch in your plan. Do you think Putin wants to share power with Donald Trump and all
I agree with you. I think Putin
and
is
the Chinese want a whole new world order. You get what I'm saying?
Why did they fix the elections also? So that Trump won?
He stayed quiet all along,
The Russians did that.
Well, I agree with you, man. And like, if you look back at all them, the Rothschilds and all that, like, they were involved in that new that are involved.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like the fucking, for anyone who doesn't know what the fucking new world order plan is, like, if you go back and look at like all of the pieces of that plan, it's mental how this COVID shit is lining up with everything that they said was going to happen. Like, you know, the whole like the cashless society, like that's the thing that they seem to be pushing for at the moment, like taking away cash completely.
And they put your money on a fucking chip, and then if you don't know what to say, they fucking cancel your chip.
Exactly, and then microchip in everyone. That was another one which I thought was mental at the time when I heard it, where they want to implant microchips in people's arms. I know Bill Gates is out there like, we'll have this microchip implanted in it, so you'll have a digital signature, and you'll be able to be scanned, and they can see that you've you don't have the virus, so all this kind of shit, and that you've got your vaccines.
All your money.
There was a film like that with just him, like
everything will be on it,
where he scanned his arm, and it was like your money and your life and all.
Yeah,
and your arm,
switch
like,
literally. Off then, like, just switch you off.
But that's it.
See, and if you don't comply, then they villainise you. It's like last week I went into the shop and the mandatory face mask came in. I won't lie, I forgot my mask. I was in getting something to eat before I went to work, and next minute the man inside in the shop pointed out to me there was other people in the shop without masks. Targeted me, trying to make
like
me out
face.
to be the villain. So if you back me into a car on a bike,
who, me?
I turned around. I goes to him, he goes, excuse me, where's your mask? I said, I said, no mask. It's mandatory, he says, to have a mask. I said, under what law? It's mandatory. I said, is it written into the Constitution of Ireland? No. I said, then fuck off. Don't bother me.
You told the man to fuck off. Jesus, Russell.
Then he just goes, oh, all right, I marked away. Do you know what I mean? Because that is the fact.
Yeah, that's a weird one as well, man. This new shit with the masks, like, because like apparently like it's now mandatory that you have to wear them if you're going into like a supermarket or whatever. But then like I was told by someone who works in a supermarket that they're not allowed to tell people that they have to wear a mask. They can't ask someone to leave.
But see,
that's against the law.
People don't realise. A law is
Have you walked in without one though? I walked in a couple weeks ago and everyone was like, look, just look.
Yeah. I'm the same. Like I fucking I only started wearing a mask when it was made mandatory like that.
Yeah.
But the other day I was going into a supermarket. I got as far as the door and realised I forgot my mask, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not going back to the car for it. So I just went in, and everyone's kind of giving you looks and all, like,
100%, man.
But like fucking there's like still a few people in there as well who are not wearing them. Like,
why aren't the kids wearing them? They're not making kids wear them at all.
That's it.
I won't if someone tries to put a mask on my child, like, they'll get knocked out. Like, boys.
But that's the weird thing about it.
There's one thing that's been annoying me, and you're into the conspiracies and all that.
I'm not.
One thing I cannot get over is how the fact that they made COVID-19, if people had it or died from it, like it's a big stigma or something. Can you answer that?
No.
Like people...
I didn't even know what you just asked.
It's like, why is it such a big stigma? Why is people keeping it quiet if they do get it, or if a family member like dies from it? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if they had died from AIDS or something.
Are they keeping it quiet though?
Apparently there was a place, like a nursing home, that when this all kind of came out, I don't know which one it is now, so don't quote me on it. So if anyone tries to kick him out or arrest me or anything, but and that like someone got it in there, say, and they didn't contact their family, tell them that they had the coronavirus in the first place.
Oh yeah.
So like this woman said, could have been your nana or anything, was sick with the coronavirus. I don't know if she died or what happened, but they never contacted her family until it was too late or whatever. Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
So like you said, they were like hiding it. Like, you know what I mean? They were hiding it.
Like if it was something wrong.
But that's
like
it, I suppose.
It's a no-fault illness. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but at the same time, if you had it, you'd probably think like everyone's going to fucking distance
everyone would
themselves
think like
from
that.
me.
Yeah,
everyone, 100%
would,
everyone thinks like that. 100%.
I wouldn't be going anywhere near
like
you.
If my kid went to school now tomorrow and they said the school is closed because someone has coronavirus, of course you're going to think, oh, who has it?
Yeah, but wouldn't you not want people to come out and voice it? Look, lads, I had it.
100%.
Stay safe.
But they wouldn't, would you?
What I mean?
Man, I am convinced.
If you have kids, you wouldn't, because your kids are out on the road and they go, oh, your mammy has COVID, your daddy's
COVID.
But where did that come from? But where did that come from to be ostracised and stigmatised because
that
of
kind
it?
of shit happens
Do
with
you get what I'm
everything.
saying? Where did that thinking?
Society wants you to be fucking 100%.
Where did that thinking come from?
Society wants you to be afraid to talk. You know what I mean? It's fucking, I don't know.
I don't know. Keep it quiet.
I'm convinced.
Let's run the lads out of office and go. Let's go.
Let's go. Organise it, man.
Let's
get
go,
it going,
man.
like.
Let's go.
Get it going. If a big following now these days, no? Put it out there. Put it out there.
You cancel my fight, but I'll fight you bastard.
Yeah, get every other
fucking fight, can't take my freedom.
get every fighter friend you have and everything. Like, do you know what I mean? Just get them all really.
Like the Bull McCabe.
There's a couple of the pro boxers that I know. A couple of lads, friend of mine in Dublin, a few lads around like that are into conspiracies as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you obviously I'm sharing on social media like about it. I'll be chatting away at them like about it, and they have the same views as me, like especially on the Hollywood.
It's funny how it's all the boxers. Do you reckon they got too many bangs in the head?
I definitely did anyway. I can second that, especially in the Hollywood pedo thing. Like that's massive. Which is
that keeps coming
which is
up
down to the New World Order. Like I think all that stuff is connected. The Hollywood pedophile thing, the New World Order, all that elite thing. Jeffrey Epstein was just a tip of the iceberg of all this. I think Ghislaine Maxwell is gonna come out and say something. Did you see all the stuff that came out about Mother Teresa? Like,
no.
Mother Teresa came out that she was selling children. There's a picture of her with Ghislaine Maxwell's father, who was apparently a known fucking trafficker.
For fuck's sake!
Telling you, Google it.
It's always the same.
The Catholic Church has been doing that
100%.
years. They did it here in Ireland. They sold
But apparently
kids to
Mother Teresa was
Australia,
selling
America.
kids.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean, from these homes that she had. I'm not saying it's true. So again, no one.
But who was she
Catholic
selling them to?
fucking
Was she selling them to kind, loving parents, or was she selling them to pedophile rings?
There's a picture of her and Ghislaine Maxwell's father.
Either way, man, you can't just be selling kids.
But
but if the fella sold them to a sound,
like if the ends justified the means, if she was selling them and getting money and giving them to loving families and then using that money to keep helping the poor, then I'd understand.
I don't think child trafficking. If it's called child trafficking, you're definitely not doing it.
Yeah,
for
that's
you know what I mean. So I don't care.
Yeah, but it'd be still called child trafficking if you're selling them for a good cause. You get what I'm saying?
So the late Mother Teresa's order investigated for child trafficking in India. So it's the order that she was a member of. Was she? And it's saying that
she founded, didn't she?
Yeah. Or she was founded. It was founded by her. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So. Yeah. So there was arrests of a nun and a worker accused of baby trafficking. Jesus, like earlier this month, Indian authorities shut down. I can't see the fucking thing. So, shut down a shelter home for pregnant unmarried women. Yeah, see, that's the same shit that happened here back in the day. Like,
I watched the film these fucking weeks ago. Oranges and Sunshine, it was called. It was in England. This happened. How the Catholic Church sold kids to Australia back in the day. The kids were promised oranges and sunshines, but they were put into the workhouses. But they were told, like the parents were told the kids died. The kids were told that their parents died. You know, because if a mother didn't have the father of the child around, she was classed as a fallen woman. So they take the kid off her then and then just sell it.
But you see, all this stuff we're talking about, like all this stuff, like it's definitely happened. Like even a thing with the whole Hillary Clinton, whether or not that's true, but you know the whole satanic ritual, like I met James Hayes. He's big into it as well. Like he sent me on a York with this podcast in England. I sent that to again a while, and they're talking about like at the minute. Scotland Yard have 8 investigations of satanic ritual murders, like in England at the minute, like so it's definitely happening.
But like fucking Satanism is a big thing, like
definitely happening, like you know what I mean.
I looked into that as well, man, for fucking ages before, like the whole. Did you ever come across your man as well, Professor Griff?
I've heard something.
Must have came across him. He used to be in Public Enemy, I think, the rap group back in the day. Like he's touring the fucking world, like just giving out about all this shit, like about the mad satanic rituals going on in the hip hop industry and all this. And he goes through all the videos, man. You see, he said they make them whenever, like he says, like whenever especially a black male tries to make it big, they make them go through this whole ritual where they embarrass the fuck out of them and disgrace them. They make them dress up like women. All of them,
they've all come out and said it.
You can go through all of the fucking famous black actors and you'll see like they were all made to dress up like women. Like early in their career and all
Dave
that,
Chappelle,
like they do that on purpose.
Down 80 million to walk away from Hollywood because he didn't want anything got to do. That's the truth. Like there's interviews of him. There's interviews of him saying it like, I just didn't want anything got to do with it. You know, like it's madness, like madness. Tupac spoke about him against the Illuminati for years. Back in 95, 96, then he's dead. DMX spoke out against him. He's going in out of jail. His music career was destroyed. I
saw that, man. Did you ever see? There's a clip there of Tupac coming out of court, and a reporter comes up to him and is like, "Oh, what have you to say?" or whatever. And he was like, "This is mental." He said, "Like I'm here. People keep saying I'm accused of rape. He says, "That's not even the charge. I'm accused of forcibly touching a woman's buttocks." He says, "That's the actual charge I'm here for." And it's all over the papers that I'm a rapist, blah, blah, blah. And he says, and even at that, I didn't even touch her arse, he said. And your one was like, "Well, why would they say all these things?" And he goes, "Because I have a big mouth and I wouldn't shut the fuck up, and now they're coming after me and they won't leave me alone."
That's what they do, man.
You can hear him saying this and you're like, who the fuck is he talking about? Like,
Jay-Z is apparently massively in that as well. And or
Did you ever hear of McCarthyism? McCarthy, he was a senator in America back in the 50s and the 60s, where they ruined actors' careers by calling them communists.
I'd believe it.
All they had to do back in the day, there's a movie with Robert De Niro actually about it, where all the writers and playwrights and actors and all that careers were destroyed because all they had to do was just say, he's a member of the Communist Party,
it seems to happen.
He's affiliated with people from the Communist
seems to happen
Party.
with any of those lads that talk up about that shit. Like, all of a sudden, they're
songs, like,
a paedophile.
Their songs is like, you know, they're saying stuff to fucking get into your mind. You know? I was reading the thing one time where they're saying, like, when you're becoming famous, like, you're brought in, like, listen, we can make you reach the stars, but you have to agree to say such and such and such and do such and such and such.
If you go and look, like, if you're familiar with any of these so-called Illuminati symbols, like, symbolism is a big thing with them. The pyramid and the all-seeing eye and all that, all goes back to ancient Egypt, like, but fucking all of their videos, they have them all over the walls and everything, and they're sitting on. Katy Perry is up on top of a fucking pyramid, dressed up as like Isis or one of those queens from back in Egypt and all that shit. And they're like, why do they all have it in their videos? Like, even fucking Drake's fucking clothing line, it's an owl. That's another thing. Like,
cannot be a coincidence.
Look at this, like, it's in all of their videos, like. It's on fucking. It's on the American dollar bill as well. The pyramid with the all-seeing eye and everything, and they're like, "Why the fuck is that on the American dollar bill?"
Just do an ancient Egypt theme, like, which she was Cleopatra.
Yeah,
people are taking it out of context.
Like that, like.
Yeah, but why would she do that? Like, it's fucking odd. But they're all doing it. That's the thing about it, man. It's in all their fucking videos.
Get
like,
on board with your psycho.
You can watch compilations like there's Jay-Z now again, look doing the triangle and looking through one eye and all.
Get on board.
How do you explain that?
My crack.
No Egyptians around him, you bollocks.
I could just get high.
No, he was just looking for a good photo frame. You want to take a selfie?
Hang out there.
But that's the symbol, and when people ask him why does he do it, he says, "Oh, it's a diamond." That's not a fucking shape of a diamond at all. Like,
shine like a diamond. No, he had the song, didn't he? He wrote that for Beyonce.
That was Rihanna. Boomer. So come here. He asked Mikey earlier when we were talking, Graham. He said, "Are you taping now?"
Want you would have loved that if he was
stop.
He would have failed.
Are you taping? Are you taping at the moment?
Like I said, I'm a technology immigrant.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was another one as well. Did Will Smith get Tupac killed? That's another one. He was with his missus before.
Didn't his wife bang some 22-year-old the other day, a couple of weeks ago? And that was ridiculous. And she told him, she does the podcast, and she told him on the Oak. Did you see that?
Yeah.
No, I heard about it. All right.
She went off with some 23-year-old or something.
Fine board for her age. Like,
I wouldn't care because if my missus thought, I want to say it on camera, but you're supposed to be loyal to the game. Like, if you're with someone, you can be loyal. Like. She hears me.
But that's what was that like? They were on a break or something, was it? And she went off with someone, or she
said, "Yeah, fuck."
They split up, didn't they? Recently,
yeah, because of that.
After he found out she takes some 23-year-old, yeah. I should hope so anyway.
Will Smith reveals he was jealous of Tupac's relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah, we're seeing that like fucking people are saying now that maybe he got him killed. I don't know, man. Is Tupac even dead?
She went away and got herself a fresher prince.
Did Tupac ever even really exist, or was it just her father dressed up though?
Was there?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a conspiracy theory about everything, and I think as well
a lot of it's horseshit as well. Like, a lot of these conspiracies are absolute horseshit.
I think like I've heard that loads of times.
Hollywood pedo thing though.
Did you see that the other day where Macaulay Culkin tweeted, "I'm 40 today. Do you feel old yet?"
Yeah. He's like, "Want to feel old? I'm 40."
Is that what
you're
it was?
welcome?
But he came out and said it about the Hollywood thing, and Corey Feldman, man, he's doing this big film and he's done this big documentary about how it's massive in Hollywood, like you know what I mean. Like Kevin Spacey got caught out for doing it, right?
Yeah.
For doing it with some young boy,
touching a few young lads, I think, wasn't it?
Harvey Weinstein has gone to jail now for 12-15 years for all sexual assault and all those actresses when they were up and coming. So, like, you're telling me that it's not happening with all these Hollywoods, because it is, like.
It's like, man, it's about fucking power and control and shit. Like when they get to a certain level, it's like you were saying a while ago, they can have whatever they want and they can do whatever they want. They can buy anything and blah blah blah. So then they're like, what else could I do?
Like, but then you did have women come out and say that they did do it and all that, and they felt violated and all that. But they knew what they were doing going into that office to him.
I got to disagree with you, man. But Harvey Weinstein, like, apparently he said, "You want this part you suck this, or you're not getting this back.
Yeah.
That's what he,
Then why
100%. That's
didn't
what
they
he
walk
said.
out of the office then?
Yeah.
The hotel room, it wasn't the office room.
Oh, sorry,
Russ.
Mikey. Sorry.
It was 2 a.m. with candles lit, and he's just there. And
I suppose, Mikey. I suppose.
That rope,
And a 20 million check as well hanging by his balls. You go wear that.
I just want us massage.
They literally hoard themselves out for a fucking part, and then they're coming out today. Oh, I'm a victim.
You only
I
want
don't
us
agree with
massage.
Russell, okay? So anyone that's watching this, I don't agree with
from
him.
genuine victims out there. Do you know what I mean? Because at the
Ah,
end
they're
of the
still
day,
victims,
they had a choice. There's people out there who didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? Let's talk about them. I know, that's me, rant over.
Russell's rants.
Oh, it's Russell's going to get attacked by a couple of women, one on town, one today, then Russell then straight out.
Yeah.
No, but like they literally prostituted themselves out, didn't they? You know what I mean?
I don't think so, man. I think
You
they
don't
were kind
think
of,
so?
No, man, they were like giving, like I'm pretty sure he forced
Wait,
himself
if
on
I
him.
said to
He
you,
wouldn't be
Graham,
in
here,
jail.
there's £1,000 there for
But
a
listen,
tug.
He wouldn't be
You'll
in
a
jail.
prostitute
He wouldn't be in
yourself.
jail 15 years if that's all that happened. He would have
Yeah.
said, "Hold on a minute." They said, "Yeah." They would have
I'm
consented.
not on about him. I'm on about them all in general. He wasn't the only one doing it. All them movie producers and all that were getting
Yeah, but I'm saying, I said Harvey Weinstein.
since the dawn
You
of
said
time.
no. You said
No, all of them.
So,
And him
I was
as well.
talking about. I said Harvey Weinstein.
There's a thing on Netflix, Hollywood or something it's called. Even Sheldon is in it out of Big Bang Theory. Do you
Yeah.
watch Big Bang?
No, yeah, I watched.
Even to watch him play the part, man, is totally different because he's a right dirty bastard inside now. But even back then they were doing it.
They were
Yeah,
doing it
that's
for
been
eons.
going on
Like what I'm
forever,
saying, what I was
like,
saying is like I know, but I'm
But
saying is
even
like
that, they all knew what they were doing. Like some of them and all, some of
Harvey
the most
Weinstein one,
famous
I don't
actors.
agree with. Like he was definitely pushing himself on these girls. He wouldn't be doing 15 years if it was
Yeah.
just consented. And
Was
he
there?
refused.
I could be confusing this now, but was there a few cases of like where he was involved, where women woke up and on his couch or something, and
Yeah,
their
man,
pants was
naked
open or
and he
something?
raped them, like.
Yeah, so like,
Do you know what I mean?
they
Like, there was
were
no consent to
drugged,
that,
or
like.
was that someone else? I can't remember. now.
That's
And
different.
Kevin Spacey,
yeah.
I think Kevin Spacey's under investigation for the same kind of thing with a boy, with a young boy as well, similar or something to that.
But that
like,
was the
I
thing
don't
as
know.
well, like that made me laugh at the time. He was caught for like molesting some young lad, and he turned around and said like, he came out as being gay then, as if like that makes it all right. Like he's
Oh, yeah,
still
yeah,
under
yeah, you're
fucking
right.
age,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know, it doesn't
Still
matter if
fucking
you're
around,
gay,
yeah,
like,
100%, like, yeah.
like being
what
gay
I'm
is one thing,
talking
but
about is
molesting
some of the
kids is
high
different.
paid actors in Hollywood came out and said that they were, but the whole idea was they did it to get the movie back. So I don't feel sorry for them. I do feel sorry
I
for
gotta
a
disagree
girl.
with you, man.
I
Yeah,
do feel
I
sorry
gotta
for a
disagree
girl
with
who
you.
woke up naked and didn't
No
know
matter
what
who
was
you
going
are,
on.
man, no matter what you are, like rape is rape. Like it's simple as if you're made do something, man.
No,
like
that's
you know what I
an
mean?
exchange of sexual favors for a fucking something.
Yeah, it's
You know?
exploiting people as
who
well,
came out
though.
and said that happened? Like what I'm saying is like what the guys who've been caught for it have been caught for raping and sexually assaulting these women, whether actresses or not, like doesn't make a difference. Like
Yeah, but
they were still sexually assaulted and raped, man. You know what I mean? That's why this guy
Yeah,
got
it's
15 years
still
in prison. Like
yeah, they're still fucking exploiting people, like vulnerable
yeah,
people.
they
are
desperate.
exploited
desperate.
their
Whether you're an
power.
actress or
No,
not, like-
what he was done for was exploiting his power, the power he had over like
Yeah,
no, man, he was done
making
for rape.
dreams
Yeah.
or
Sexual
not
assault.
making dreams for people, and that's what basically it was.
No, I gotta disagree with you, but
All right,
I heard a story about him, right, where he was in a flat, one of his flats in London. He was about to fly over to America. Yeah, about to fly over to America, right? He forgot he was going to get on a plane at a certain point. His assistant came in. He was downstairs in his jocks watching the tennis or something like that. And she goes, "Oh, I have your plane tickets here. You're going in an hour. You need to get up." He got up. He fucked her out of his way. Ran upstairs, got dressed. She gathered herself, brought him to the airport, and organised his tickets, just got him there on time, did her job properly, and he turns around and he goes, "You're fired, you mongrel cunt," and then just got on the plane.
for fuck's sake, Weinstein
That's
did
sounds like
that.
the type
a
of
sounds
fella
like a
he is,
sound
like.
guy.
Yeah,
but that's all the why he's locked up is because he did it too. He's
He called her a
assistants
mongrel
and all
cunt
that.
because she was half Catholic. She was Latina or something like that. Like,
yeah. I don't think half caste is allowed
But-
these days, is it?
sorry.
But that's what he did. Did he take advantage of all his personal assistants and all that?
I did, yeah.
I'd say he took advantage of everyone he could.
Yeah.
You know, he's just
Yeah.
that kind of fucking person, like.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
Dog.
some
He's a
of the-
rapist, like.
I'm
Dog.
talking about some of them went in there knowing what was happening because the stories must have been out about him, say, for years. Because if they were being told before they go up and into
No, the
his
stories
life,
only
you
came
know
out
what I mean?
when these girls came out and spoke forward. Me one that was in Charmed,
Yeah,
she
I
came
know.
out.
Nothing goes on where everyone knows. It only publicly came out. do you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what
of
I mean?
course. Yeah.
Because I was saying to him a while ago, it was well known in Hollywood for years. Woody Allen. Adopted.
He married that young
His
Chinese girl.
adopted daughter. No, she
was
was
saying that,
Japanese.
He married her. Yeah.
That was
Massive
evident
pedophile,
even back then
So,
what
hold
they
on.
were like.
Just clear that up there. Like, he adopted a young Japanese
Japanese
What I
girl.
will say to
Him
Russell
and the
is
wife.
back then, right? Back then it wasn't okay for women to speak out about what was going on for them.
Yeah,
like.
I know.
Whereas
it wasn't
now they have
okay.
more. Okay, they can speak out,
Yeah.
and that's why these women came out and spoke.
But
out
I'm
about what was
just
happening.
saying, it was evident even back then what they were all like. He could do that. Do you know what I mean? He could do that back then. Get
Who was
away
that again?
with it.
Woody Allen.
He's
Woody
an
Allen,
actor.
yeah.
He definitely married his adopted daughter or
Yeah.
something, which
Yeah,
is fucked up.
he
Like.
adopted a little girl.
Yeah.
Chinese
fucking
girl, yeah,
raised
and then
her.
like 10 years later.
Raised
or
her
something,
and
he
then
married her.
And
married
then
her.
married her, yeah.
That's fucking
He was.
mental.
That's what I'm
Like.
saying. They're all creeps. Like
If the proof wasn't there back then, what they were all like, you know what I mean?
that doesn't
But
make it
because-
okay. Like.
And that's what I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay.
I'm saying like. Doesn't make it okay, like.
No,
What Weinstein or anyone done like.
I said it was
No.
evident back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. It's always been
saying,
evident.
like,
It's
it was
been
there.
I think since Hollywood has come about, it's been evident that the men in power have been domineering their power over
They've been-
anybody that came in their
yeah,
way,
yeah.
like women,
Doing it.
kids,
It's
no matter
even
what.
coming
Yeah.
out now about Charlie Chaplin. That he was even
I
a
didn't hear
pedophile.
anything
for
about that, no.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, I was reading a story about him a few weeks ago. That he liked all the younger girls. He married a few girls.
I
that
only
was
found out
only
he could talk a
15,
couple weeks ago. I thought he
16,
couldn't talk.
Ah, go away.
Yeah,
You know, so it's even coming out about him in the 20s. You know, that he liked the younger girls and he liked them when they were virgins and he married a girl that was 15.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of that shit, though. Do you
Yeah,
remember,
he got
like,
her pregnant.
Remember,
So he
remember
married
the guy,
her
the
then in
singer. The
secret.
singer. He ended up going off with his drummer's daughter. She's only like 14. What was his name? He sang that song "Good Golly Miss Molly." What's his name?
Oh,
But he apparently went off with his drummer's daughter. She's only 14.
Probably, yeah.
I think Elvis
yeah,
went off.
there was a lot of those songs back around us, though, that were about 16-year-old girls, like.
Yeah.
Little
So-
Richard.
Sweet
Little
16
Richard.
and all that.
Yeah,
yeah.
And she was only sweet 16 and all this kind of shit. And you're like, man, what do you want about? Like,
Yeah,
you're a
but
grown man.
See, back then, like, whereas now it's completely
Yeah.
different. Like, whereas now you can't say things like that. Like, you know, what I
Yeah.
mean? You can't, you know, which is wrong anyway. Like,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not still doing it. Like,
Yeah,
they're just
exactly.
not talking about it.
But even now today it's even worse because of our fame. Everyone wants to be famous. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just want to fight.
You
I'm
already
alright
are. You're
being cool.
okay.
Yeah, you want to be the world champ, though. Do you know what I mean? Be famous then. That just comes with it, I suppose, doesn't
Yeah.
it? You just have to deal with it when it
He wants
happens,
to
I
be
suppose.
famous with a big ring. Oh, sorry, big boxing ring.
Yeah. Fuck it, I don't know anyway, man. I think the big one is this New World Order shit.
Yeah,
It's
I agree,
creepy.
man.
Like, for anyone, like, if you're not a conspiracy theorist, blah, 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 it's mad because, like, even the term conspiracy theory now is a pure, like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, fuck off, you know? But, like, a lot of the shit that's out there is actually true. Like, you can go back and look at all conspiracy theories and see how they came true. And then this one about this New World Order, like, all of the details of this plan, like there's so much of it lining up with this shit. Like,
yeah.
it's so fucking strange.
So it's mad.
So,
It's
I think, like-
eye-opening,
Like, I'm not dismissing this whole COVID-19 shit either, but I do think it's been fucking blown out of proportion and they're using it to their advantage to bring in new laws.
100%.
What was it the other day that the guards were given?
Yeah, but to go into your
New-
house, there's
new
more than
powers.
6 people or something, isn't there?
Is that it? They
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
yeah.
More
enter
than
your
6
house.
people gone into your house in the house party. They can come in
into
and
your
take.
house.
They can just come in, no
That's
warrant.
the
no
case
nothing.
in every house in
I'm
Liverpool.
half thinking about throwing
Man.
a party, having them come in and then suing the fucking government.
But sure, you
You
can't.
can't.
Like,
It's a new law, isn't it?
That's
It's
the
not
law
a
now.
A law to come into this country, lads, let me educate you, has to go through the door. It has to be passed. It has to be voted in by the people of Ireland as a collective. These are only all
I
made
don't know.
up.
I don't think
These
so.
are all
Don't know
mad.
about
I
that.
think no. I agree
We're
with you.
a democracy. We're not a dictatorship. As simple as.
Relax.
What's
And that's why we have.
This is a democracy, not a dictatorship.
You know what I mean? Only a dictatorship country can come in and make laws like that, and that's what people.
You need to
realise.
become a politician.
And
ASAP
that's the
fucking
truth.
P, Russell.
Vote number 1, Russell
I'll
Kerry,
vote for
boys.
it. You got my vote, bud. 100%.
We're almost
Me and you
saying
can
it.
just keep a
Jesus
conspiracy
Christ.
then.
I have to vote on my looks as it is, Sean.
You can find out then what's really going on in there and let us know, and we'll
But I
talk
do
about it in
think
the
they
podcast.
passed some law, man, where they didn't have to vote it in, where it's like a fucking
They can
temporary law or
only,
something.
yeah, for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
it.
saying, like,
Yeah,
but they're
but it's
still-
up on the 13th of them. People, they still can't really enforce it. Because at the end of the day, for a law to pass is to go through the
You
Senate.
got the party, right? And we'll ring it in.
Listen,
Yeah,
it has
it's
to
fucked
go
up,
through
man.
the Senate. It has to be written into legislation.
It's
it has
fucked
to be
up.
passed.
That's the way
and
it has to be. That's the way it should be. But is it that way? Like,
accepted by the people of Ireland?
But look, it's they're exploiting the fuck out of this anyway, because even
like we didn't vote in Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil. They didn't get voted in fully.
Yeah, but they didn't
power.
fully. Yeah, but they combined their numbers. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what a coalition is all about. They join together, then they join forces to keep Sinn Féin blocked out.
yeah.
To where Sinn
think
Féin would have
anyway-
been in if some other major party would have joined a coalition.
They're part of the New
with
World
them,
Order
do
as
you know
well, I
what I
think.
mean?
Every
But
at the end of the
every
day-
country has it. 100% has like where like the elite is like is in on that New World Order. Like,
But it's weird, man. I don't know how the fuck they think they're going to pull that off if that is a real thing, like, because like what they're talking about is this New World Order shit, like where they have like a one world government as part of it, like where there's one group of people that govern the whole fucking world, like, you know, like how Jesus, like, why would you even want to do that? I would hate to even be the Taoiseach of this country and have to look after all these cunts, like,
because we'd be just
never mind
like
the rest of the world.
the little fucking Egypts here in Ireland.
if we should stand up and do like the Germans yesterday. I'm telling you, they had a massive protest yesterday out in the streets in Germany. And that one media outlet. Why aren't we doing it here?
What were they protesting about? The masks and all?
About the whole thing, about the whole situation. Like,
yeah, it's fucking strange, man. I think like what would happen if they do try to bring in another lockdown here? There'll be war, like, because people aren't going to sit in their homes again. Like,
this health passports thing or something.
Yeah, is that real or
I
what?
don't know what it even is, to be honest, Joe. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I looked at it. I looked at the video. It was the National Health Passport.ie, I think is the website. But it's like, yeah, it's just to fucking download this thing on your phone and you can go in and you can get tested and it'll all be on your phone then to say that you're COVID free and all this bollocks, like, but it looks weird. It looks like a pure tracking thing, like.
We're already being tracked.
Oh yeah, we've been tracked by so many fucking cunts at this stage.
Me a photo a while ago, and it's the one of what's his name in Django. Oh, that new meme going around.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And Americans think that the new vaccines is to chip them, and it's then of the phone in their pocket.
Yeah,
like that. You know what I mean?
But that's the truth. They're 100%.
They're pure tracking device. Yeah.
Well,
do you ever speak about something like?
Yeah, they're listening all the time as well.
I remember the other day I was saying to the missus, said something, and next minute my fucking everything on social media was that. Like,
yeah, that's always the way, man. You'll be having a conversation about something, then ads for that thing come up on the fucking on everything. They come up on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere.
One day about buying a new laptop. Next minute goes on to Facebook.
Ads for laptops.
Like,
yeah, but they are listening. Like, but that's like people said that's mad. But like fucking all of these apps, when you download them, you have to give them permission to use your microphone.
I think they're saying that we are living. Now again, I'm not saying it's fucking real, but I'm saying that we are living in the real matrix. Like, that it's really like
who actually reads the terms and conditions? You agree straight away. Remember South Park did that?
No, it's 100%. though. Yeah.
But even things like
anything really, like,
exactly.
Do you see like that Google Assistant and Siri and all those fucking things? Like, they are listening all the time because they have to be. Because like they wouldn't be able to work otherwise. How does the phone know when you say, "Hey Siri," unless it was listening all along? Like, you know, so it's constantly using your microphone and listening.
And
like,
lately as well, I'm coming out of places.
No, but no, when fucking the FBI swoop into the window.
Like, say if I came out of, say, McDonald's, how was McDonald's? It's coming up on my thing.
Yeah, because it knows where you are all the time.
Oh yeah, it knows where you are.
That's your GPS you have on your phone, you see, right? So when you go turn on your phone, when you buy it first, whatever, you switch on, connect you. Sure, probably just clicking, just get the phone going.
Yeah.
But your GPS is connected, like, or if you go jogging or walking or whatever, and you use GPS, it tracks you, you know?
It tracks you, and it knows who you're with then as well. Like, do you ever like meet the same person a few times, the next thing then on Facebook, whatever, friend suggestion comes up, do you know this person?
Yeah.
And you're like, fucking hell, just because I met him in town there a while ago or whatever.
I don't know. Man. I watch a lot of that Elon Musk. You know, Elon Musk, a lot of stuff he's doing, man. It's madness. Like, he's expecting to have the whole world completely different in 4 or 5 years. Like, he's trying to put people to Mars. The Neuralink thing. You know,
putting chips in your brain.
But like, I was watching a couple of things on him. I think he's amazing. I think he's a really cool guy. Like, and he's really motivational. I love listening to him speak.
At least he's using actual pigs as guinea pigs.
But like, what I mean? He's talking about colonizing Mars in 5 years' time. Like, at the minute, he's building underground tunnels in America. All over the state, all over the country.
That looks cool as well.
And he has cars that self-drive. Around. So like, a trip that would take you 5-6 hours will only take you like an hour and a half in this self-driven car. Like, so if he has his way, like, the world, but he could be part. I reckon he's part of it all as well. Like, this world order.
Fucking it. I'd say it's fairly hard to get to that level, especially like billionaire status and all, without being.
Apparently, he nearly went broke. Three of his, I think, 4 of his attempts, like 3 of them failed. And like, if the 4th one failed, he was finished. Like, and he just said no. I was watching an interview one time. Like, look, did you feel any time you were going to quit? And he's like, no. I knew the photo would succeed, like, but like you say, someone must have put money into him. Like.
Yeah. I had a lot of investors and shit. All right, yeah.
He's a trillionaire out a minute.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because we were talking about that a while ago.
He's nearly
a trillionaire. No, that's a million millions.
It's a million billions, is it?
No, a million millions.
Yeah, he's nearly a trillionaire.
It's 1,000 billions. Which is a million millions.
Some of my mind's going to explode.
It's a lot of money anyway.
For Graham.
That's too many monies.
It's a mil.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I fucking... Again, I just think, like, with this whole COVID shit, like, we need to be just keeping an eye on what the fuck is going on. Yeah. And, like, if it's not a case of, like, everyone is dropping all around us and blah, 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 like...
I thought it was going to be like that. I thought it was going to be
everyone
like,
did.
Hold on a minute.
To frighten the fuck out of everyone.
My missus was pregnant as well during this whole thing, like, so we were being really careful, like.
Yeah, of course, everyone.
On social media, like, I was like, lads, keep away from the house, like. There was no one in my house for fucking months because Mrs. was pregnant. There wasn't any risk. And then I was kind of like, hold on a minute, like.
There's nothing going on, like,
what they're saying, like, but like, my missus was worried about it. I'm not going to lie, I was worried about it, you know.
Yeah, like, of course,
my missus is a baby coming into the world, my son, my kids up with their mother, you know, like, I didn't get to see my kids for 5 months because I couldn't bring them to the house because they were up in different houses, you know.
That's fucking mad, like, isn't it?
But now it's like, all right, it's still the same seriousness, but no one's getting sick from it.
Yeah.
No one's.
And now all of a sudden everyone has to wear masks, even though it's not as bad as it was and all. And it's just like.
And now they're talking about another lockdown, even though it's nowhere near as bad as it was. And everyone keeps saying, oh, the surge is coming back. I'm like, what fucking surge? What I do think is going to happen, and I said it a couple of weeks ago, is that, you know, like, I want to be we're coming in September. So say around October, November, when flu season comes back in, and everyone panics thinking they have coronavirus. What's going to happen then?
How many kids
that's
are
what it is,
and
that's
out of school
that's the thing.
Think about it now. If me and you were in school, or Trey was in school, secondary school, and you guys, do you want a day off? Yeah. Right, you cough, I'll cough, you cough. Bang, you're sent home.
Yeah. Sure, that was like, I've heard of loads of people there, like, where their kids were sent home from creche because they had a runny nose. A runny nose, like, they're just sent home.
My small flat, my 5-year-old, like, he sneezes, like, no messing, he sneezes like 7 or 8 times in a row, right? Like, he just gets, like, I was thinking, like, he's with school now, and like, he doesn't, he's like, choo, and he goes, looks up for a second, boom, he goes again for another 5 or 6, and he done it today, and I'm like, they're going to fucking think he has it.
Yeah, he's probably just sensitive to smells now or something like that.
Did you see
certain perfumes and shit that make you sneeze?
They had up in some school up the country where they were putting the kids into, like, if they had any symptoms.
Nah.
Isolation, man, that's what it is. It's all about isolation.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, and like, all the lies that they told about it is what gets me as well. Like, because I think, like, at the start when it was in China, people over here weren't taking it serious at all. Like, and then it was like, oh, it's coming over now. It's in Europe and
videos
Italy.
Are coming from Italy.
Italy, man. Yeah. That was the one that they used to frighten the fuck out of everyone over here. Like, 25,000 people have died from COVID-19 in Italy, blah, blah, blah. And then
the videos like,
their politicians, but their politicians came out then and said, that's fucking lies. Like, they said 900 people died from it. And they said 25,000 died.
Did you see then as well?
They're putting
America,
it on everyone's death
when they hit America, they used the same hospital footage of Italy.
The one in Italy,
America.
Apparently as well, like, if if you were brought in with a fucking car crash and you died, and you had been tested for COVID and you didn't have it, they still wrote down you died.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, I saw one article, I don't know if it was true or not, but it was saying, like, in Scotland, that anyone who dies during this fucking pandemic, they're putting
COVID,
it on their birth cert.
They've stopped doing it now because they're being monitored.
So that's
HICWA came out with a report there recently saying that the death toll statistics is not true. They even put it down. It was 15 and they put it down to 11.
Yeah, they're lying about an awful lot of it. Like,
so
why the fuck are they doing that? Like,
why, they're being watched now.
And these are, again, like I said, man, these are like high-ranking politicians in Italy that are coming out saying, like, they're screaming about it. Like,
they're all being controlled. All them high elite politicians, all them high elite fucking presidents, they're all being controlled by the one fucking.
So now we'll have
comes opportunity, man. That's what
the reason why they want Trump out is because he's not. I don't think. I honestly, and again, I'm not pro Trump, but I do support some of the stuff. I don't think he's involved in it because he has his own money. He doesn't go to the state for money. You know what I mean? And I think they can't control him.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why he's like, fuck Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden, like, looks like the biggest pedo I've ever seen in my life. You seen the videos of him sniffing girls' hairs?
No.
There's video of him. If you get up there, there's video of
like kissing them and smelling
it's
their
fucking
hair
disgusting, man. He's just sniffing their hair. All these different girls kissing them. Young kids, like 10-year-olds.
All right.
Young kids, like, yeah.
I thought you
know, like, sniffing their hair and all, like, so, like, I think they're trying to get you against Trump for that reason. One of those reasons alone. You know, I'm not saying again Trump is a bit.
They can't control him,
but I'm just saying they can't control him.
Yeah.
So these new world order, like, fuck him.
Yeah.
Destroy him. Say he's this, say he's that. You know what I mean?
It's fucking weird, isn't it?
Guys, we ran over time.
Are we?
We're going way over time. Yeah.
Could
I
talk
just
about this for the week. Graham is passionate.
I just think
passionate about it.
we need to keep an eye on this shit, man, because like flu season coming up and all that, like it's just like what's to say that they're not going to just tell everyone that you have it.
The government's going to put us into quarantine after tonight.
They keep lying about this shit the whole time.
You heard it yourself, guys. The helicopter was over us as we were talking.
Yeah,
that's not coincidence.
Yeah, but look, just fucking, be aware to what's going on around you. I think really is what
it's fucking like
everything isn't as it seems. Everything isn't as clear as it seems.
Exactly.
Just,
you know what I mean?
And just because there's a news report on Facebook doesn't mean it's real. You know.
Yeah. And like it's, I don't know, man. None of it makes sense. Like the way, like all the things that they're telling us to do are all things that are going to lower your immune system as well. Like there's just the whole thing is fucking weird.
No one's saying drink vitamin C, walk, all that stuff. Like, get healthy. Like
it's all sanitize the fuck out of everything and wear a mask. Like that's not good for anyone.
You see the gym over there, man. I see when we go into the gym. There's no one in there.
Yeah, and there's people as well, man. There's people out walking in the streets with their masks on, and the one that makes me laugh is people driving down the road on their own with their mask on in the car. You're like, who are you worried about? Like, you're worried about catching this from yourself or something when you're driving around?
They love smelling
Chill out, like
shitty breath.
Fuck's sake, man.
I hope they've plenty of Mentos.
Yeah, it's no taking the Mikey this week, Mikey. Not.
No.
Baz. We'll have to get you back doing an old intro as well.
Oh, yeah.
The listeners are demanding it.
Yeah.
Mikey has enough to be doing, God love him.
Yeah.
He's manning all the cameras and all the sounds and all the screens and all the things. He's flat out. But I suppose we'll wrap it up there anyway this week. Nice one for coming on, Graham. Good old sneer. I like an old conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
I don't believe an awful lot of them, but there's a little bit
harsh,
there.
Man.
And don't worry, lads, we're not really that passionate about them.
Yeah.
Graham is.
I'm a boxer, man. We don't get to be passionate about too much. My kids, my wife, my boxing, and my conspiracies.
He's doing his fighting with his mouth these days.
Yeah,
Told you, Customs House, 1 o'clock, 2nd of September.
I am up for it. If someone wants, listen, I will say, if someone wants to go out there and start this fucking match, I'm in. Like
it will, but then you'll have others infiltrating it, like the far right's infiltrating the yellow vests and all that there recently. So you have to be careful,
Yeah. You set it up, I'll back you up.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll just fucking burn the whole lot down and start again. I think that's the way to do it.
That's the only way. Rebuild.
Burn the bastards.
Rebuild. Back to basics.
Up
back
the rat,
to the Stone Age.
What? All right, so we leave it there. Cheers for listening, everyone. ccpodcast.ie. Make sure you subscribe now, wherever the fuck you're listening to this. People are just not subscribing. It's very annoying.
Subscribe, people.
It's very important that you subscribe, so please do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Everybody.
Goodbye.